Dave TV for the 25th. The 25th of February 2011. We've had a minor, if you can see the roof of the DCR-TV World Headquarters, we've had a few minor leaks here over the years. And this is the chimney stack that runs up between, I don't have a fireplace, but this chimney stack runs up here and is prone to leaking. And when we get high winds, it blows the flashing or whatever around up there, and I hear loud clunks, and then I'll hear dripping sounds, and I, a little bit of wet ceiling up there. So I've called the condo association, so they should be coming out soon to fix that again. The joys of condo living. But anyhow, I don't have to pay for it. They own the roof. Anyhow, here's some interesting video I dug up for you in the massive DCR-TV archive. It's WETA Pledge Drive from the 80s. Look at this.
$5 a year. You also have viewers who pledge as much as $1,000. It depends on your personal circumstances and how much you feel these programs are worth to you and your family. Any amount is welcome, but remember, $20 enrolls you as a member. Think of that pledge on a full-year basis because, of course, that's what you're going to get from WETA. 52 weeks of outstanding programs. You get a diet of your favorites, plus outstanding documentaries and specials. On an annual basis, a $100 pledge is less than $2 a week. $25 is about 7 cents a day. $60.
Anyone know who this guy is?
To one newspaper cost. That's about $5 a month. Now, surely, all of the benefits of WETA.
And don't call me Shirley.
That much. So call 800-228-2200. Andrea?
Again, that number is 800-228-2200 or 379.
Oh, got it. It's Andrea Roane again.
Let you review some of the premiums that you'll get with a pledge of over $40. And again, we're going to.
It's kind of creepy. Every day we have more video of Andrea Roane.
And after he tells you about all those fantastic premiums, we promise you that you're going to get to see Cosmos, The Edge of Forever, tonight in just a few minutes. But first, here's Don with a review of the premiums for a pledge of over $40. Don?
Well, another special gift that we have for you this evening being the one that we have books available for you for a gift of $75 to WETA. We have this marvelous book on Washington. This book was compiled over a 5-year period by the Washington Junior League. It has all kinds of information about our city.
Okay, folks. Well, anyhow, we may jump back to that in a little bit. Anyhow, let's get through some big media news for today. Some sad news. WGMS veteran Bob Davis has died. He was a former stage actor who became one of the leading voices of WGMS, where he added show tunes and interviews with theater personalities to the classical radio station's repertory. He died of heart ailments on February 27th at his home in Chevy Chase. He was 90. Now, his death was confirmed by Henry Shalaziki. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. He's a real estate agent that he was married to in Washington. He got married to in Washington in June on their 62nd anniversary as a couple. According to the Post, they wed after same-sex marriage became legal in the nation's capital. Bob Davis also worked at Channel 11 WBAL for a while and also at the old WOL. And let's see, we got a picture of him here on the, if I can zoom in on that. There he is, Bob Davis. And WGMS, as you will remember, the classical radio station, they pulled the plug on that back in 2007. So it was one of the few commercial classical radio stations in the country, and no longer. The WGMS calls do reside up in the Hagerstown area for WETA's classical relay. 89.1, I think it is. I don't know. But the calls are still out there. But, yeah, let's watch this. Let's watch them as they flip over to Cosmos here. They got a cool station slide to show you.
Pledge now. Volunteers will be here during the program, so don't let them not be busy.
The 998 prefix, that's South Arlington, Bailey's Crossroads. That's where WETA studios are, big Shirlington area. This is probably back in the day when they actually did these things live. Now they're all kind of farmed in from outside sources, a lot of them. There we go, Gold Station
This
logo.
is Membership Week here on public television. WETA, viewer-supported Channel 26 in Washington, D.C.
Wow, that's cool, isn't it? And Cosmos, of course, one of my favorite old shows. I love Carl Sagan. He's one of my all-time science, brilliant science guy. Anyhow, so what's the other big news today? Still no sign of WJFK in the. If you go to the Washington Nationals radio lineup, there's still no sign of WJFK in the station's listing of their. There's still no listing of WJFK in the Nationals radio lineup. So we're still wondering: is it really going to happen? Are the Nationals really going to end up on WJFK? And if so, why are we waiting so long for an announcement? I mean, the preseason games will be starting in March. They'll be starting in a week or two. If next week, we really ought to know whether WJFK will be carrying the Nationals or not, or whether they're going to be back on WFED. Well, the slump at the Washington Post continues. Washington Post circulation fell 7.5% in 2010 and 8.2% on the Sunday edition. And print advertising revenue fell 12%. So the old Washington Post ain't doing so hot these days. What the heck? Anyhow, let's jump to a little bit of Dave's record collection before we sign off here. These are the E's: Everything But the Girl, the Eurythmics. Oh, this is cool. Ever see Eraserhead? Oh, I think this is what David Lynch movie. This is a freaky movie. Another one of those, take your hallucinogens well beforehand before you put this one on. And I don't know why. In heaven, everything is fine. It's got some really wacky music. And, of course, the great Brian Eno, who's a wonderful producer, did some excellent work with David Bowie and many others, I think, Talking Heads. And he did a bunch of albums back in the 80s, and they are absolutely brilliant. And this one is called Here Come the Warm Jets, which was played on the old WHFS many times. Anyhow, just wanted to give you a quick update. We are at the 7:30 mark, so we're going to keep these short. High def. And this is the Friday edition, 24th of February, and don't forget to stay tuned.